Well, we've warned about it and we've talked about it, and now we're going to give you the 5 most crucial truths to the new support tree and how it translates to you in the game, what it does for certain commanders, how people are using it. We're going to go through all that because I'm just telling you, it is making a massive effect in a lot of different areas. So stick around while we go through the support tree and what it does for a lot of these commanders in Rise of Kingdoms. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky. I put out videos for Rise of Kingdoms as a sponsored content creator all the time. And I absolutely love doing these videos. And if you would, give a like on these videos. If you get anything out of it, if it helps you with your account, throw a like on here. Really helps out the videos and the channels. And if you are not subscribed, consider doing so. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that bell to get any alerts when I put out content like this. And we are looking at the support tree, guys. When they changed this, okay, and the 2 main things, just to catch everybody up, okay, in the support tree used to be really, really strong, all right, just to catch everybody up, back in the day when we used to run commanders like Saladin, right, we loved the support tree because originally it was a 9% less skill damage taken of all types, skill damage. Well, all the commanders back in the day were skill damage commanders. There was no combo and smite commanders. And the same thing down here with emergency protection. You have a massive skill damage mitigation, but now it includes combo and smite. So the support tree lost a lot of value over the years because more commanders were now going to be smite, more commanders were now going to be combo, and we were going to be stuck with that situation where the support tree didn't mitigate anything. Well, they changed it. Just a couple of weeks ago, they changed it to combo and smite damage. This gave support tree a massive bonus, okay? And so what we have seen, like we projected, we told everybody, like, okay, this is going to change some things. And one of the first things I said was the days of running, a lot of you players, and there's so many of you who are doing this, you're still running Luce with our boy Alex, right? Been a phenomenal march for so many years, but now using the same arch or pincer, I recommend pincer, using the same pincer formation on Luce, just put that pincer formation on Scipio and run Scipio with Luce to take advantage of the primary commander talent tree of the support tree. Now, people are doing this left and right in KVK, and they are going bananas. I kid you not. We've talked about it. I mentioned Daddy Furious. I got people in my 300 chat. I got people all over the place being like, Chadsky, that Scipio Luce is cooking, and it is so tanky. And so it's one of those things that we've gotten to where now we are seeing the benefit of that, okay? And that's like the number one thing that we see, the number one truth. Here it is, Scipio Luce cooking. These are the support tree findings. This is what we found. And the first thing we've got, as we have 5 of these, the first thing we have is that Scipio and Luce are absolutely cooking. Okay, and so from there, you can do with it what you want. If you're running like 2 smite marches and you're running Sun Tzu with Wallace and BQ Luce, just stick to that. You don't have to go to Scipio. This is more for those players who are still running that Luce Alex march or like a Luce Phillip. You know, I still think Luce Phillip's probably better, but there's another way you can run that, and that's what's going to change maybe in the future or maybe something for you. So we've got that Scipio Luce cooking. The second thing we've got, guys, Phillip primary is tanky and improved. And if you don't believe me, just go to your Canyon, okay? I play Canyon in Rise of Kingdoms. I'm currently in a KVK right now. It's an Imperium KVK. It's massive, huge. Absolutely huge. I just got knocked out of first place. My boy Velociraptor, he got beat by me. But if you go look at his marches and what they are, it's incredible how they do it. But you're seeing this right here so many times. You're seeing a Phillip with Shajar march. So many people are running Phillip with Shajar. It's just crazy how it works out. And so Phillip with Shajar in Canyon is crazy. Not only that, there are a lot of people who are sitting with Phillip and have leadership gear. And a lot of people like to run Zhuge behind Phillip. A lot of people like to run BQ or Luce behind Phillip. I have the gear with infantry that's critted for leadership. It's just a dysfunctional set of gear. And I am going to run Phillip with BQ. He is so freaking tanky now with the support tree. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm all in. And we're seeing it in Canyon. We're already seeing it in the field. The kind of tankiness you can get out of Phillip is insane, which makes him a better march, makes him be able to handle more, mitigate more damage, and ultimately with more troops, because they're not getting sev wounds and slightly wounded, when you have more troops in your march, they're going to perform better, and it's going to go much, much better. So huge ups to Phillip when it comes to the second most important thing we found in the truth about the support tree, okay? The third thing we're going to go into is your canyon marches. Holy geez, guys, we got to talk about this. Not just as I talked about Phillip, okay? But if you are running an infantry march with Constantine, if you're running BQ Constantine, okay, or if you're running Luce and Constantine. Where's my Luce? He's around here somewhere. Is he at the top? I don't even know. If you are running Luce with Constantine, you need to switch it up. You need to switch it up. You need to go with Constantine and Luce. And the reason why is because Constantine now being able to debuff like he does is just incredible. First of all, we already know super tanky, does a ton of healing, is still super relevant in Canyon. But if you've got Constantine, you run him primary if you're going to run him with BQ or Luce, because he's got that support tree. And that's all you really care about, just being tanky with that march anyways. So not only that, you've also got Trajan. Guys, Trajan, as tanky as he is, you go put a Trajan Shajar out there, and now you take advantage of the support tree. Okay. It's unbelievable how much more tanky Trajan is now. I'm not saying go max Trajan for Canyon. That's not what I'm saying, but the proof is there. The evidence is there. That is what we're seeing more and more of right now. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible, okay? And so when you look at this overall, if you are running 2 archer marches in Canyon, and you're looking at this and you're like, okay, well, I run Chen with YSG, or I run Chen with Shajar as a super tanky march, and then I run Zhuge with Hermann. Well, the decision's easy now, especially for Canyon. When you're going to slug it out, you run Hermann, 100%. You run Hermann. Oh, preliminary's about to start. Let's go. You run Hermann and Canyon 100%. It's like so good. So any Canyon march you're running, you might want to consider changing up the order of your commanders to make sure the support tree is going to be in play, because only the primary commander uses the talents, right? And so with that being said, if you're in a situation where in Zhuge and Hermann, you want Zhuge to fire off faster and he does more damage, and a 5-target AoE, I want it to fire off faster, Hermann's outperforming him. Not only in Canyon, but maybe in the field. We'll talk about that in a few. So that is the third thing that we looked at when we talked about the most important truths about the findings we saw with the support tree, okay? We're going to go to number 4 now. Holy geez. Hermann primary, just talked about this, guys. This is in the field as well. In the field. Now, a guy named Evergreen, right? Evergreen runs my Discord. If you want to join that Discord, the link's down in the description. But Evergreen is fantastic. He's joined my Discord a long time ago. He's always been a huge supporter of the channel, and in an official capacity, he now runs the Discord. Well, he is an archer player, right? And he has always run Hermann. He's loved Hermann since the very beginning. He always ran Hermann primary, and now it's just solidified. People are getting so much better trades with a Hermann Zhuge march, okay? And if you're running Zhuge with Phillip, I don't want to take Zhuge off the field, but if you're just wanting to be tanky, Hermann Phillip might even be a little bit better, just depending on what you're looking for, okay? Hermann's going to last longer in the field, and if you are running Zhuge and Hermann together, he has to be primary. Then the field, it's crushing it, okay? So you have to do that, all right? The fifth thing that we're going to find, and this is going to blow people's minds, okay? But I'm already seeing it. If you are running a cavalry skill damage march, take a deep breath and read what's about to be posted. Joan Arthur is the best skill damage cav march in the game right now. And that is because of the support tree. Okay, now Joan, people have always talked about Joan not being a very tanky commander, right? Always. People have always said, well, Joan is not that tanky. She gets melted. She does a lot of damage, right? But it's skill damage. It gets mitigated. She doesn't have that much tankiness to her. And when you actually look at this, she does kick out a lot of damage. She does have a little bit of a health bonus here with her expertise, but she really doesn't have much tankiness until now. She literally mitigates skill and combo and smite with loose formation and emergency protection. So now she's much more tanky. And you go pair her with Arthur. Now, I do not recommend that. Do not recommend to pair Joan with Arthur. Okay, I recommend putting Arthur as a combo commander. That's where he's best. That's where he fits, and that's what he does best. But the best skill damage march, if you had unlimited everything, is going to be Joan Arthur. Okay, if you're running Arthur as a cavalry combo march and you're running in primary, who do you run with? Do you run Huo Joan? No. Literally, Joan Nevsky is performing better than Huo Joan now. Okay, now you can't run Huo secondary, all right, because Huo secondary mitigates his damage factor on his active skill, so you can't run him secondary. So you can easily run Joan with Nevsky, or what I like to do, and what I've always loved to do, is run Joan with Belly. I used to love running Joan Belly. Well, now I get the support tree. Hey, yo, let's go cook. It is incredible. And so from there, just consider that. Those of you who still have cav skill damage, try it out. Run Joan. See how much more tanky that is. We know she's fast, and we know she can get away from trouble. Well, now she's going to mitigate so much smite and combo damage. Like, holy jeez. So in review, first things first, Scipio Luce, that is the Luce Alex replacement. It is cooking. It is crushing it. People are loving it, okay? The second thing, Phillip primary, super tanky, much more improved, not only in the field if you're going to run him primary, but also in Canyon. So remember that. Also, the Canyon marches, remember guys, Trajan just got a massive buff with the support tree. Also, if you're running Constantine with BQ or Luce, be sure to put Constantine primary. It is cooking. Okay, and if you're talking about Canyon, man, that Phillip Shajar march is nasty, so tanky, never dies, I swear. And so from there, you've got Hermann primary with Zhuge. That's the fourth thing we've talked about. Just go ahead and run the support tree, mitigate the damage, and last longer and get better trades. And then fifth, Joan Arthur, best skill damage march. If not Joan Arthur, then consider Joan Nevsky or Joan Belly if that's all you have. See how it performs versus your Huo Joan march. Okay, and so with that, we hope you guys got a little bit out of this. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I love getting down in the comment section. And if you guys have run any of this stuff and you have feedback, give it to me. I'll engage with you down there in the comment section. I love going back and forth with people there, and I love reading the comments and the feedback. And speaking of feedback, join my Discord. Link is in the description. That's where I get a lot of these ideas. That's where I get a lot of this information, and it is really good. So until next time, we hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. We'll see you later, broskies.